What's up, y'all? Just another day. I see some grease in my eyes. If you see this greasy stuff, it's not because I've been crying. It's like oil. See that? It's like some oil. I put some oily stuff around my eyes. So you see how dark my eyes are. So I've been putting like some stuff around the eyes just to help. So that's what that was. Not crying or anything. But anyway, in this video, I just want to talk about life. You know, I'll be turning 40 very soon. I'm currently 37 years old, and I'll be 38 years old this year, this spring. And I don't know how to feel about it. You know, which means I'm getting 40. I'm 38. I'll be 38, which means I'm be turning 40 soon. I'm closer to 40 than 30, right? And like I said, I don't know how I really feel about it. You know, in one way, I feel depressed, but then on the other hand, I feel grateful. You know, I feel grateful because I know a lot of people who, you know, didn't get to see my age. You know, if you're watching this video, no matter what age you are, especially if you're over the age of 21, you may know some people or knew some people who did not live long enough to reach the age that you're at now, right? And I guess that's just the reality of life. So I'm grateful that I've lived this long. I'm not complaining about it. You know, it is a blessing. But then on the other hand, I'm a little bit depressed, but not necessarily because I'm getting older, I don't think, but because of a lot of poor choices that I've made over the last years, over the last maybe 6-7 years. I would say 2016, 2017, I made some poor choices that caused me that set me back a little bit, you know, set me back, you know, quite a bit. For me, it's mostly been poor choices as far as taking care of my health or self-care. Not eating healthy, not exercising, not sleeping like I should, not going to the doctor, you know, not paying attention to physical symptoms, physical ailments. So I feel like a lot of issues I dealt with is prolonged. I dealt with it a lot longer than I should have. And because of this, I think it squandered a lot of my potential. You know, I haven't really reached my full potential because of not taking care of my health like I really should, or like I really supposed to. Very common sense decisions, I think. And I don't really want to go into detail because it's a little bit embarrassing, because it's so common sense that, you know, it's just kind of embarrassing to tell people of how poor some of the choices, lifestyle choices that I made and how they have affected me. But I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to get wiser, you know. I would say especially between 2020 to 2021, 2022. I mean, I know the pandemic probably messed everybody up, but I think for me, I think that the negative effects of it lasted a lot longer than it should have, due to just poor and irresponsible choices and decisions as far as lifestyle. And I think that I feel like the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think for the last 4 years, last 3-4 years, I feel like I lost about 3 or 4 years. That's what I'm saying. I think had I was been a little bit wiser as far as how I live my life and just the decisions that I made and make wiser decisions, I think that I wouldn't be so depressed. Well, I feel like I would be in a much better position at my age. But that's just a words of wisdom I would give to somebody if you're in your early 20s. Be careful the kind of choices you make. Now, I don't know if I'm in the worst position. I'm pretty sure there's people out there in much worse positions than me. But if it wasn't for the help of my family, some government assistance, and prayer, keeping my faith in God, I'll probably be homeless on the street or even dead years ago. So right now I'm just trying to make wiser decisions. Unfortunately, this acid reflux and GERD symptoms has been sort of really setting me back. I think what I need to do for me, I think in my position that I'm in now, all I really need to do is just maintain a more strict routine. I mentioned this in my past videos. Just be a little tighter as far as doing what I know I'm supposed to do throughout the day. I would say one of the biggest problems, one of the biggest setbacks for me was really, believe it or not, is screen time. I think sometimes, especially when you're younger, when you spend a lot of time, whether it's on TV, watching TV, your devices, your phones, you don't realize how much time you're wasting throughout the day and how that time can be used to help move yourself forward. Because during that time, you tend to be more stagnant. And, when you're sitting watching TV, you're stagnant, right? You're not really doing anything. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking breaks. Nothing wrong with taking like a 30-minute, 1 hour break. That's fine. But when you're spending six to 8 hours, well, not even 6, I'd say maybe 4 to 8 hours of screen time, when you look at your devices, looking at screens for that much time, it's very difficult to be productive during that time, unless you're doing something work related, something you're getting paid for, or something that's actually helping you move forward. That's different. If it's schoolwork or, but even then, most schoolwork doesn't require you to be on your device for 4 to 8 hours most of the time, most days. Now, work-related jobs are different. Like, that's a much different scenario. But even then, those kind of jobs can have a very negative effect on your health, especially, so my advice is just simply switching over to audio content, like listening to podcasts, listening to talk shows, listening to audiobooks, or even just listening to music, throughout the day. Because what this does is it still takes away some of your attention. Like, you're still not 100% focused, but, you're able to kind of, you can exercise while listening to audio content, right? You can clean the house. You can maybe do a little bit of homework, do a little bit of, work on a project, just work on yourself. You'll just be a lot more, it can help you move further ahead in life, I think, in the long term. Now, so now, right now, I don't feel like I'm at the point of no return. I think I am, because I have made a lot of progress, especially in the last 4 or 5 months. I made a lot of progress. I've been nowhere near sedentary as I used to be. I'm a lot more physically active than I used to be. Unfortunately, like I said, this GERD symptom thing is been sort of an issue for me, and it's just something I got to work on. I feel like if I just make some small changes and stay consistent, it will help me each day. Just follow up with my doctor and do what they tell me. And yeah, I have noticed that I have felt some slight improvements when I was following my doctor's orders. Even though it's kind of slow, I did notice some slight improvements each day. But then when I kind of fell back into my old habits, I noticed a regression. I started to kind of regress. And I think if I just stay on the right track, I'll be okay. Hopefully, keep my faith in God. Keep on praying, and just do what I think is best for me, and just pay attention to my body. Yeah, I guess all I want to talk about in this video. I guess, like I said, pushing 40 is like I said, it's a little depressing, but then at the same time, it's like I'm kind of grateful for, especially for me and what I've been through. I've been through a whole lot. Like I said, I didn't tell you guys I didn't go into the full details of some of the stuff that I've experienced. I've been in ambulances. I've been in the back of an ambulance quite a few times. I've been very close to death a lot of times. And the embarrassing thing about it is it was like 100% preventable. I would say that the main symptom, the main culprit is probably procrastination. If you think about it, even when you're looking at screens and spend a lot of time just on social media, you are procrastinating. It's distracting you, and distraction kind of works hand in hand with procrastination. Distraction causes you to procrastinate, right? They go together. They work. They're like twin sisters or twin brothers. And yeah, I think that's probably the main, one of the biggest culprits to most of the problems that I've experienced over the last, I would say, 5, 7, 8 years. Yeah, 7, 8 years. Even before that, even back in my 20s, I was having like little symptoms. But when you're in your 20s, you get away with more. But once you hit your 30s, the consequences become a little bit more severe. And it takes a little longer to recover as well. So, yeah. Yup, turning 40. Pushing 40. It's something to think about, because like I said, I'll be 38 this year, and I know 2 years is not a long time. It goes by pretty fast. I know that. I'm still haven't really recovered from the issues I dealt with in 2020 during the pandemic, and it's 5 years now. And yeah, I think that for me, I think my main goal, for right now, for my remaining 30s, is just number one, cut back on screen time, cut back on the amount of time I spend sitting, look at screens, even if it's just, and what I mean is cut back on screen, I mean replacing screen time with audio content. I already explained audio content like talk shows, podcasts, audio books, things that you can listen to, and this sort of frees up my eyes, and I can do other things. I can exercise, I can do strength workouts, I can work on projects, just anything, any kind of self-help things, even if it's just even if it's just cleaning up the place, straightening up my place, going out a little bit, learning a new skill, things like that. I think this is a much healthier and a more, this would be much more beneficial as far as how I spend my time. And I think in the long run, it'll pay off. And I think the other thing is try to stay consistent. Like I said, I'm still fighting eye strain as well. So I think I'm knocking out two birds with one stone, because this can also help me cut back on eye strain, or help me heal from digital eye strain, and sedentary lifestyle. So actually I'm knocking out with like three birds at one stone, but with one stone, right? Like I'm spending better time, I'm managing my time better. That's the first thing. I will be cutting back on screen time, and I'll be less sedentary. I won't be spending so much time sitting and laying down. Even if I do sit, it's still a little bit healthier than laying down, or at least sitting doing something kind of productive, sort of, So I guess that's all I want to say in this video. Some of you who are watching this video, you're probably pushing 40 as well, or you just turned 40, and you may feel some type of way about it, because you may feel like you kind of wasted your 30s, because you probably had like a bad habit of some sort that sort of slowed you down or hindered you. But you're at an age, unfortunately, where you have to move a little bit faster as far as making the changes. Like, I don't have time to make the changes anymore, right? I have to make the change. I have to make the change now, like today. Like, literally, like right now, my watch just went off. It's like 12:11, and one of my goals is to start taking naps. So I have to take my nap today. I have to, I started taking my medicine finally today. The medicine that my doctor actually recommended to me, I actually finally started taking it, because I decided to take a different type of medicine, which was helping, but I think that I need to start doing what my doctor tells me to do. And I started today, and I'm trying to stay as consistent as I possibly can. And I really think that just simply staying away from screens. I mean, when I say stay away from screen, I mean mindlessly scrolling. Making a video like this, I feel like it's kind of productive. Because not did I say counterproductive? Kind of productive, because it can help build my channel. So it's not in vain, and if somebody sees this video, it might help them out a little bit, to know that you're not alone. And if this is on your mind, this is, you're not the only one. And it sucks, but it's also exciting as well. But hopefully I'll get myself in a place where I really want to be, and just Lord willing, I'll just keep my faith and just deal with the health issue. That's the one thing is deal with my health issue. And I think that cutting back on sedentary behavior and just being more productive with my time, spending less time laying down and mindlessly looking at screens, and spending more time being physically active, even if it's just, like I said, just doing chores or going outside and doing some yard work and things like that. And it's better. It's a better time management. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling right now, but better time management, less sedentary behavior, and relief for my eyes as far as cutting back on eye strain. So that's it for now. This video's kind of, I'm kind of rambling now. But I'll talk to you next time, all right?